BBC stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on two separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on two separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound, impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fantastic week of Rocket League ahead of us. I am Big Fella. I hope you already knew that, but if not, welcome to 9Moons Rocket League. Today, I'm joined by Goose, as always. Goose, fly over. How are you doing today, buddy?
Great. I'm great. I'm ready to rock and roll. First week of the Swiss playoff entries. It's gonna get wild this week.
Yeah, I am very, very excited. We got one of our fan favorite teams playing tonight in round one of the playoffs. But, Goose, speaking of playoffs, we do have a couple announcements to make. So let's go ahead and take a look at that bracket before we get started for these two matches underway. As of right now, ladies and gentlemen, N2H4 on the Solar Conference side and Fast and Furious on the Lunar Conference were unable to make tonight's games. We're unable to get a reschedule in. So playoffs will be taking a bit more seriously on the reschedule. So N2H4 and Fast and Furious have both forfeited their round one games. So N2H4 going into the losing side of the play-ins, as well as Fast and Furious as well. So tonight, Goose, we already have people heading into round 2 of the playoffs. We have Heavy Heads and Peking and Platt. So low effort by them, but definitely exciting to see. We will see Peking in Platt later today in our second match. But Goose, we got to talk about our first one today, and that is the Thunderquacks versus Feels Backflip.
We've seen both these teams before. Quack, Snarf, and Odie. You get the Founders, and then the Duck. They had a rough go at it. What was it? 2 weeks ago. They had the back-to-back and couldn't quite do the full sweep. But I think they're back with the vengeance this week. Playoffs have a different level to them as far as how you're going to play. So hopefully they can take a good, strong mentality into it. And then Cap, Dark, and Gerg on the other side. Fantastic team. Cap has shown to be an amazing leader again this season. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, again, very, very excited to see them so far. Thunderquacks led into the regular season with a 4-4 record, making them 6th place in the league overall. But in general, just over Feels Backflip in their conference as well. So neck and neck, these two teams, Feels Backflip with a couple more losses than Thunderquacks. But overall, again, I mean, that doubleheader really showed us how enthusiastic Thunderquacks were in terms of the game in general. I thought it was a very close doubleheader, but in general, really great showing out of the Thunderquacks there in anticipation for a matchup again against Feels Backflip.
They're definitely a team who's not going to back down from a challenge. They're a very quick team, very resilient team. They'll bounce back. They're going to go into this week with clear heads, level heads, throughout the week, game planning and talking strategy against Feels Backflip. Feels Backflip, they're fast. They're tough. Like you said, records don't mean anything in the playoffs. Whatever you did in the regular season, as long as you can get in, that's all it takes. It's a brand new season for these guys, and that's how a lot of them are going to go into it.
And that's exactly how you have to approach it, especially for a team like Feels Backflip, who have shown not much success in terms of the regular season, more losses than wins. But you made playoffs, you got to make it count. That's what playoffs are for. Comes down to the wire. You've earned your seed. Now you got to fight for the championship.
Sir, absolutely. And that's all that matters at this point. Championship, making it through these Swiss. It's a lot of games to play to get there. You're going to have to work. It's going to be a grind, but it'll all be worth it in the end.
Yeah, and in the end is all these guys seek. I mean, again, fan favorites. We always got to be excited when the 9Moons founders represent, especially in playoffs. Didn't really see too much success. I mean, again, I think we predicted the beginning of the season that Thunderquacks are going to be, around mid-table, which is just exactly where they landed up. Couple outliers in the Lunar Conference, Atlas 512 and GBL popping off in their conference, but Thunderquacks are here to stay, and this series will definitely showcase it for the rest of the community of 9Moons if they're really that team to keep fighting on or burn out slowly.
Yeah, we can't. I mean, the 9Moons founders, they've got something up their sleeve. I guess we'll have to see what it is.
Yep. Well, with that said, Goose, I believe it is time for our first match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 of playoffs. We have Thunderquacks versus Feels Backflip. Players are getting into the groove as we join the game lobby for game number 1 of Thunderquacks versus Feels Backflip.
The anticipation is here, boys.
No, I think, we weren't able to say it quite yet, but, all right, Quack, would you mind letting me finish my sentence, please?
Do you need to say anything? This is how it's going to be.
Well, Quack taking advantage of the slow rotation. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want to see out of the gates of the Thunderquacks. These guys, definitely some good players. You want to see them perform well. So, can't be anything but happy for them. But, if you're a fan of Feels Backflip, you can't take a rest for one moment. Blink of an eye, Quack was able to score that ball. So, it's going to be a little tricky for Feels Backflip. But, being the playoff contenders that they are, I'm sure they'll be able to pull it off as Quack, last man back. Tries to go for that defensive play.
Feels backflip has to take that one and say, that was a fluke, brush it off. We have almost an entire game to play. Let's just get back into it.
Yeah, you got to make sure, it's game 1. You got to brush it off. Just like that.
And Cap does it.
There he is.
We got a brand new 4-minute game now.
The man, the myth, the monk, Cap with the Giga Brain shot, 47 miles an hour, gets the job done. We have an equalizer, 1-1, with just over 4 minutes remaining.
A little slower, gets you every time.
And Goose, you can't help but feel that there might be a little bit of jitters coming out of the newer players from the season. I mean, Dark was a 9Moons RL champ, but you can't help maybe the returning veterans of Snarf and Odie might feel a little bit of pressure here.
I mean, you definitely have to go into it and say these guys have been here since the beginning. They know what to expect. They know what to do. They know how to handle this pressure. You're absolutely right. It's a little nerve-wracking. And Cap does it again. Wow.
A really good showing there, just consistent rotations on offense. This is the pressure that we like talking about from Feels Backflip. It's just once they get you in a rhythm offensively, it's over. It's just a matter of time before that ball gets in the back of the net to make that defense have a mistake and capitalize on that mistake for a goal. And now, Thunderquacks are trailing.
Yeah, and they're not playing too aggressive. They're playing smart. They're adding pressure, but like you said, rotations are clean. They have someone back there. You aren't seeing a whole lot of doubles and triple commits out of this team, which is a positive to see at the very beginning for sure.
Odie rocking the Civic Type R. It's what we love to see. Definitely one of my favorite cars in the game. Snarf into the corner. Cap going to bail out his team. Moving those chains forward. Nothing doing, though. Snarf going to take the ball. Downfield to Odie. And these clears aren't exactly as clean-cut as one would like. I mean, definitely you want to be able to get that ball out of your net, but these mistakes might cost Thunderquacks the game here.
Absolutely. You want to be able to get those balls, even if you're giving away a possession. Those clears matter when you set in the defensive half, for a long period of time. You need to be able to reset and get some boost for all your teammates.
Yeah, and just as we talk about that, really solid clear on the side of Thunderquacks, being able to buy them some time, but unfortunately Thunderquacks just not in the position to do anything there. And once again, they find themselves back into the defensive half. But this could be the nail in the coffin. Great offensive maneuver by Odie. Cap going to break that one up. And again, we find ourselves in a stalemate. Lots of ping pong action in this first game.
I was having technical difficulties, lost the stream there for a minute, but I'm back.
Welcome back. That's all right. 2-1, still in favor of Feels Backflip. Feels Backflip definitely feels like in this game right now they are choking slowly. The momentum, that was Thunderquack's initial goal. Snarf out of boost. Limited options there. Cap, again, right place, right time, setting it up for his teammate Dark. Just over the top post here as Snarf down to Odie. Odie to center, but unfortunately no one is there.
Something that Feels Backflip is doing good is they're setting the pace for this game. They're not letting it get out of hand. They're not letting plays get past them. Rotations are solid, and they're in complete control so far.
Yeah, I think the thing that's next level for Feels Backflip too is just the amount of synergy between teammates. Like, they're able to see each other's positioning and be able to pass or basically be there for when their teammates need it. Because if they lose at 50, you have another person there. If you don't get the right 50, Dark will shoot it up or 90. Beautiful showing out of this team so far for game 1.
And that's another thing I'm seeing from Feels Backflip is the clears, even the 50s, like you said, they know where each other are at. So they're going to 50 and try to put it in a direction that they have somebody there quickly to respond to keep the offensive pressure.
Snarf is up. One thing Thunderquacks are really good at are kickoff goals, being able to utilize the first couple of seconds to kind of shake the enemy momentum up. Looks like Odie's going to get a nice touch, but to whom? Greg going to call cap off there. Snarf, though, keeping the pressure up, but only 15 seconds left. You got to make sure you get that ball into the back of the net to try to tie it up, or at least just get one goal in the differential, but going to be unlikely here as the clock winds down to 5 seconds. It looks like Feels Backflip is going to take a very convincing win out of here. Definitely thought it was Thunderquacks sided with the initial goal, but, you know, Feels Backflip just shake it off and get a really nice three-piece.
Yeah, they didn't let that first goal affect them. They knew their gameplay. They knew their opponent. They came in with a level head and took advantage. And almost the 0-second goal.
Almost the 0-second goal indeed. They kept that ball up for a very long time. Feels Backflip going to get that win for the first game. I believe it is a best of 5. So Thunderquacks are going to be able to recoup, reset, and refresh as we join game 2. But Goose, lots of minor mistakes leading to the victory of Feels Backflip. What do you have to say to Thunderquacks to try to rally them, get them back into the game's momentum?
Thunderquacks need to take control of the pace. Like I said at the beginning, Feels Backflip controlled the pace of that entire game. They were in complete control, and Thunderquacks needs to focus on getting pressure, solid rotations, avoiding double commits, and like you said, it wasn't anything major that they did wrong. Feels Backflip just had a great game plan coming in.
Crazy initiation off of the kickoff. Crazy pinch, even crazier save by Quack. But it might not be enough as Greg Polo going to assault the back of the net. Feels Backflip, strike first blood.
Greg Polo came in so fast. Nobody saw him. You know, Snarf and Quack were just in an awkward position, both near side post. Greg snuck it right past him.
It's unfortunate, but hey, man, you have two of the best strikers in this league. You have Greg Polo and Dark on the same team. These guys are killer out on the pitch offensively, man, scoring all kinds of goals. But again, it's just these little mistakes from Thunderquacks that are really hurting them in the long run, unable to succeed and capitalize on these offensive drives.
Thunderquacks has looked like they're just playing very rushed right now. It looks, you know, their confidence level seems to be a little low. As far as what they have in store and what they have planned, they're just smacking the ball around, it seems, and Feels Backflip is taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes you just look at Cap and Dark or even Greg Polo at times, all they're doing is just hitting it high into the air, and, you know, Thunderquacks are unable to really capitalize. It seems like they're getting really confused and unable to rotate properly throughout these games so far.
You know, we're one game in, so there's still time. You still have plenty of games to adjust your gameplay and make something happen, and that's really what they need to do if they want a chance at moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to come out with that aggression like Quack is trying to do for his team. Snarf, unable to get that mid-boost. Odie with the unfortunate backflip. Quack again, just trying to set up his teammates here. Great shot on net. Denied by Greg Polo, but they're getting there. This is their first shot in a few minutes of the game, so, you know, can't help but you're starting to make progress towards that opportunity of scoring those goals. But, you know, will that be too late?
You know, it seems like that seems to be the plan that Thunderquacks needs to put into place. They need to just pepper the net. You know, got caught in another awkward position. Greg Polo sitting in the net to kind of distract their third man, and Cap snuck one in.
Very unfortunate indeed for the Thunderquacks fans, but it's only 2 goals with just over halftime. Plenty of time to make a move and to tie it up. So,
like you said, Thunderquacks is very good at those kickoffs. If they can just take advantage of them and sneak a goal in, it's only a 1-goal deficit at that point.
Greg Polo making sure to be extra aggressive. Good clear out from the Thunderquacks. Odie to capitalize. Quack couldn't read the bounce off of the corner there. Snarf just going to stuff it like a Thanksgiving turkey onto the back corner. As Odie with space Fakes pass 2, gets a demo. This is what they need, but can they finish? Yes, they can.
Sick.
Great execution from the 9Moons founder, Odie. Beautiful calculated fake into the demo, and Quack to finish.
Absolutely stunner play. That's what they need. Those team plays are going to come in handy here if they want to get back into the lead.
Huge playmaking.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible playmaking out of that team so far. These guys are killer on the pitch. And soft reminder there with that goal that, you know, they are higher in the regular season. And Quack, can he get it? Dark is not able to get back in time. And again, this is the strength, Goose. This is what they're good at. These cheeky, quick momentum-shifting goals, and they just found their way to the equalizer.
They did. The equalizer is all that matters. Now it's a fresh game. You know, the momentum is definitely in Thunderquack's favor at this point.
Yeah, big play. Odie definitely playing with way more confidence right now. Odie just flying out of the gates of the kickoff, contesting everything in the air. This is what you wanted to see out of the longtime veteran.
They've gotten into a rhythm, it seems. And they have the offensive pressure now. They are controlling the pace of this game like they needed to be doing.
Snarf playing it a little slow. Could be a little dangerous. Odie to bail him out. Dark going to capitalize and continue this attack. Not enough. Beautiful shot from Dark. It was unfortunate positioning for the Thunderquacks, but just their save was not enough out of Snarf. And it seems to me almost, Goose, that like Snarf is not playing at 100% right now.
I would tend to agree. You know, usually when we see Snarf, we're calling his name quite a bit, and it seems he's playing a little lax tonight. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if that's their game plan to keep him back, but we're missing that aggression that we're used to seeing out of Snarf that really kind of tilts the other team and can lead to some goals.
Quack with 0 boost, trying to pass it up to Snarf, intercepted by Cap. To attempt the pinch. Odie trying to go for the read. Unfortunately, Greg is reading a different book. Odie unable to capitalize on that. Cap just going to stall it out for his team or himself. Odie again up in the air. Double commit on offense, but this time it does pay off, but is not going to find the back of the net. A little bit of offensive disruption for Thunderquacks. But again, these rotations, Goose, from Field's backflip are just too much right now for the Thunderquacks.
Yeah, they're exactly where they need to be at all times. They're spread out across the field, waiting for really any direction that Thunderquack throws the ball. So they have someone there either to 50 or to clear it and keep control.
This could be it, though. 0-second goal. Can it be? No, denied by Cap. But there's still time. There's still time. Quack keeps it up. Odie off the wall. Cap with low boost, and they're going to dunk it. Feels backflip, taking the second game. This very well could be a sweep to remember, Goose.
Feels backflip is feeling themselves right now. They are on a roll. They gave up 2 to let Thunderquacks equalize, but they weren't giving up the game. They stayed in it till the end, got that third goal to take the lead, and here we are, game 3 with Feels backflip 2-0.
Yeah, it's not looking pretty for the Thunderquacks, the fan favorite right now. A lot of people were in support of them a couple weeks ago for their doubleheader, but you know, with their 4-4 record, it may just not be enough for the Feels backflip. They might be able to take this game away and get a swift 3-0. Very shocking manner.
You know, like we spoke earlier, the nerves playing against such veterans as Odie, Snarf, and Quack, you're not seeing it from Feels backflip. They are in the groove and they are feeling themselves.
Quack with a really great setup. Odie as well with a nice shot, but it is going to be read by Greg and denied. If at first you don't succeed, try again though. Odie going to be met in midfield with the 50. Bar down, unfortunate for the Thunderquacks, but can he capitalize? No! Quack snipes Dark. Oh, that's gotta feel bad.
That was a very
good
good shot by Quack. That's the pressure they need to keep things moving in their direction.
Snarf again, though, trying to pepper the net. Right now, this offense is grueling. It is a war of attrition. Odie to Quack. Cap cannot get it, but Dark will. Great save, and Greg actually going to get the demo out on Snarf. Cap past Odie. Out of boost, Cap's going to grab the corner. Could be the setup. Feels backflip need to complete the 3-0 sweep.
Those power plays are huge. If you can capitalize on a power play to get that quick 1-0 lead, the tides change.
Indeed, power plays are everything, especially when your playoff life is on the line. Up the wall we go. Odie just going to clear it on downfield, try to look for his teammates, but Dark's going to intercept and continue the ball. Odie disrupting the process.
If you look at Field's backflip, when they have that offensive pressure, they have someone sitting in midfield at all times. They're playing that soft third. If anything gets behind the first two offensive players, he's ready there to bang it right back into an offensive play for his two teammates.
Quack pops it up to the center. Greg capitalizing on that, but Quack quickly to fix his mistakes. Also gets a really nice bump. Quack now down the line. Can he beat one? No, but he will stuff the ball. Snarf just high. Oh, it was an open net. So unfortunate. Oh, and again, Goose, these tiny mistakes are costing Thunder Quacks the series.
Absolutely. That was a free goal to take that 1-0 lead in a game that we're not seeing a whole lot of scores. You know, that one goal really is all that matters.
The one goal that matters. Who is going to score it? Thunder Quacks or Feels backflip? Feels backflip with a 2-0 lead right now. Odie, the last remaining defender. Quack getting a nice pop. Can Snarf gets barely a touch just to evade Greg Polo there. But again, Cap at midfield. He's ready. Snarf with a potential solo play of his own. Double on the back wall. No! Miscommunication. Rare mistake this series coming out of Feels backflip. Snarf going to take advantage of that. And Dark and Greg Polo just miscommunication on both sides.
Wow.
But it is going to be an own goal. Thunder Quacks are leading. And as we're approaching the witching hour, the last 90 seconds of the game, are they able to take advantage of it? Yes, says Quack. 2-0 now. Thunder Quacks are back, showing signs of life. Again, miscommunication between Dark and Greg Polo there. Unsure of who was going to go first, and that just led Quack to being able to shoot that ball into the back of the net.
They're not without a fight. They know the implications of this game. You lose, and your bracket gets a whole lot harder after that.
Amen to that one. Cap clearing the ball downfield. Dark with a great touch, denied by Odie. Great shot on net. Triple commit, though. They have to be very careful to secure that 2-0 lead. Snarf just pops it. Cap able to get a touch, but not before Snarf can double tap it. What a shot! The Snarf has awoken.
Snarf heard us talking about him. He said, "Still do stuff. Watch me."
Watch me indeed, as the goal difference now is 3-0 in favor of the Thunder Quacks.
Exactly the momentum they needed. Game 3 could have been the end of it for them. Now, it seems, we've seen crazier things, but it seems we're going to go into Game 4 with Thunder Quacks with a heavy momentum and heavy favor on their side.
Yeah, I mean, the Thunder Quacks, I mean, look at them right now. You know, they're playing with a 4-0 lead, and they're just playing so much freer.
It seems like they've definitely gotten looser. They're just playing their game. They're not super uptight. They're just having fun out there.
Something went right with the comms in that last opportunity of the own goal, and Thunder Quacks are seizing every moment they got. Odie off the wall looking for a trick shot. Quack trying to beat him to a quick shot. Absolutely incredible gameplay out of the Thunderquacks in this game number 3. As Greg Polo unable to keep that momentum going. Off the back post we go. Snarf unable to capitalize. Shot by Dark, denied by Odie. Cap trying to recenter it, and it will be denied. Thunderquacks do not go down without a fight. Winning their first game of the series, and they are down 1-2. Loser is going to the losers bracket up against the Fast No Furious team. So definitely going to be a hard matchup. You don't want to lose. You want to keep yourself on the winning side as much as possible. So, great showing out of Thunderquack. 7 shots on goal by the Quack Gamer himself. Definitely trying to lead the charge for his team as they rally back to get one under their belt.
Feels backflip still on match point. You take that one with a grain of salt. You'd like to obviously see the sweep, but you take one loss. You don't let it affect your gameplay, and you keep on rolling. Now, if you're a Quack Gamer, you take this momentum and just shove it down their throat to carry on to Game 5 and see what happens. We love Game 5s around here.
Absolutely. We love Game 5s. You got to make sure to capitalize as much as possible. Cheeky goal almost for Feels Backflip. Very, very close. But Thunderquacks will recover in time. But feels like in this Game 4, Feels Backflip are coming with a vengeance. These guys are flying at the ball at high velocity here in these first 30 seconds.
Take question and oh man, almost a beautiful demo by Odie for the goal.
Greg and Dark. Absolutely beautiful showing. 1 to fake, 1 to shoot. And again, Snarf going to lead the demo charge. Greg breaking it up. Dark downfield as well. Unfortunately down to nobody except for Odie. As Odie's going to clear the ball downfield. Snarf trying to get that counterattack. Good dunk by Cap. Keeping that attacking drive going as Snarf in an awkward spot messes up the half flip. If we could delete that clip, that would be great, says Snarf. But unfortunately will lead to Feels Backflip striking first blood. Cap with a great execution.
Both teams playing with so much aggression right now. A lot of offensive plays by both teams. They get it down there, they pound it. The other team gets it, they take it down and pound it. It's just a matter of time before one fell.
Odie, though, downfield just wide. Dark with plenty of boost and opportunities. Quack going to recenter it. Odie with a nice shot, denied. Snarf to the corner. Odie trying to get an awkward corner read, unable to capitalize. This is Greg Polo. Going to go a little offensive and steal their corner boost. Quack having to read this one a little early, unable to. Odie will compensate. But it is a double commit from Odie and Snarf. Got to be very careful about that. To the corner we go. Snarf again, denied by Greg. And, one thing of note, Goose, that I have to talk about is Greg's defense. I mean, Greg has been absolutely blowing up, figuratively and literally this whole series. Been getting a lot of demos, been getting a lot of 50s in favor of Feels Backflip.
They've definitely went in the comms, and Greg said, I can play the solid third man. He's there when he needs to be on offense, but he seems to be that brick wall, clearing the ball out when need be. Things get awkward, he's there. Yeah, he's been a good all-around player this series, for sure.
Greg Polo, the whole package, trying to get a second championship under his belt. Ball into the corner now. Almost a double commit. Dark going to choose to stay back as Odie was chasing and threatening the demo. Snarf. Back midfield we go. Quack with a great opportunity and will seize it with the equalizer just about halftime. 1-1 is the score.
That seemed a little miscommunication by Feels Backflip. Greg was there, no one was back. He pushed it, didn't really get a good touch on the ball, and let that net wide open for Thunderquacks to capitalize.
Well, 1-1, Goose. We now have a game. Game is all tied up. Dark going to take it off of the backboard. Trying to go for a ceiling clear. Going to go straight down. Unfortunately, Snarf doesn't get the read he had hoped for. Gap, though, just under Odie. And unfortunately, no boost for Odie, so it's going to be a 2v3 for a while on defense here. Snarf on the back wall. Quack as well, not getting a great touch here. Odie just going to try to keep moving the chains forward, but nothing doing. That ball will continuously be in their half, but possibly their goal. Great save by Quack. And Snarf with little time on his hands.
You know, you're not seeing a whole lot of great clears from Thunderquacks. It looks like the idea is there, just execution is hard. And then when they have an opportunity to get a big clear, you see someone from Field's backflip there to ready to 50 it.
Yeah, unfortunate misplays, but it could turn to favor as this game still is 1-1. They just have to watch their rotations as they keep getting caught up a little bit with each other. As Quack getting a nice solid clear, just what Thunderquacks need for this game. Number 4, shot on target, bouncing back. Unfortunate angle, but Cap gonna bail his team out. Odie with a nice shot on net, denied by Greg. Odie keeping it up as well, trying to put it in the mixer. Little communication issues with himself and Quack. And it looks like Snarf's gonna be the sole attacker. Is going to be working out in their favor. Quack from coast to coast. Odie unable to read that shot. This could spell disaster right now. 2-2, two-man play. Good pinch as well to get that save. As Quack and Odie are going to double commit. Snarf caught in an awkward spot. Great save back into the corner.
Wow.
Back passes there. Quack with a read. A nice 50. Now, I do have to say, Goose, when you have 2 defenders and 1 attacker going for a 50, is that a 2v1 50 or is that a 33?
That's a 33-degree 50.
33.50. Got it.
Absolutely.
So my grocery bill. I'll have to keep that in mind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into our first overtime of the series, game number 4. It took 4 games to get there, but both teams definitely showing signs of life that they could win. Feels backflip just a little more with 2 games under their belt, Goose.
Yeah, they both know how serious this game is. And Cap.
That's how it ends.
Wanted to close it out early. 13 seconds too long for Cap to sit in overtime.
Oh, man. Cap looking at the commentary desk saying Thunderquacks are the one who capitalized on kickoff goals. It's a shame. Feels backflip will secure their series win in quite swift fashion, I must say, Goose. It is going to be 3-1 in favor of Feels backflip. But honestly, I have to say, MVP of that series, I feel like definitely got to be Greg Polo.
Absolutely. Greg Polo was everywhere and anywhere he needed to be. It seemed like the man just kind of popped up out of nowhere. He's like, oh, there's Greg again. Oh, Greg's back. You know, he played that solid third man and was ready to rotate to either side of the field wherever he was needed, giving time with good clears, good possession plays for his team to rotate back, get boost, and re-gear for an offensive play.
Yeah, I mean, great play from Feels backflip. I mean, these guys absolutely killed it out on the pitch. Definitely blew away my expectations. I was expecting it to be a little bit closer, in my opinion. I thought that Feels backflip were most likely going to be the losing team, but honestly, they showed up and they showed out. These guys definitely proved me wrong. Played very, very well. Thunderquacks, unfortunately fell a little short there. Will have to play fast, no furious to continue their playoff lives. But, it's not over. It's not over yet. They just have to rally together. But, I mean, just a lot of these plays, the 50s, the clears, the rotations out of Feels backflip just felt so clean that series.
They came in with a game plan and executed it perfectly. They seemed to have very minimal miscues and played their game the way they knew they needed to play it. Solid rotation, solid shooting, solid defending. They had the all-around package tonight, and Thunderquacks just fell short.
Yeah, very unfortunate showing. I mean, that doubleheader a couple weeks ago definitely was a tremendous sight. Really got to see their growth in those 2 series, really get to adapt to both teams that they were able to play. But, unfortunately, they fell short tonight. But the great news is for you and I, Goose, we have one more series to go for tonight in this playoffs. We have the winners of match 2, which was Shock and Dirty Danglers. So Shock wound up taking a swift 3-0 up against the Dirty Dangler. So we are now going to be able to watch Shock up against Peking in Platte for another playoff spot here in match number 5 for the Solar Conference Swiss.
Shock is a team that we've seen play before. Very good team. You have Peking and Platte with Woodard, Burnt, and Gambit. All the homies. It's gonna be a good matchup between these two teams. We haven't seen Peking and Platte. I'd say that 5 times fast. Play yet. So we're kind of going in blind on these guys, but I've seen all these players play, and that's a good team.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, these guys, definitely look on paper. These guys look absolutely phenomenal. I mean, Woodard and Burnt. I didn't actually get to see Woodard play this season, but it's fantastic because we get to see them now. So, going to be a pleasant sight. Hopefully, this series. Hopefully, it'll be a good series. But again, yeah, Peking and Platte versus Team Shock. We talked about Team Shock before earlier in the season. I mean, these guys are really solid players overall, and these guys are definitely ready to play. These guys look good. These guys were solid in the standings as well. And these, both teams are really just looking to play and hopefully looking to win here tonight.
Shock, great chemistry between Sky and Track. Purple Hill has been a solid third man for that team this season. Absolutely. So they're going to be a tough team to play against. Do we go out on a limb and make predictions?
I mean, it's so hard. I mean, both of these teams honestly did a fantastic job in the regular season. I mean, Team Shock definitely not the greatest out of their Solar Conference, but definitely not the worst. But tonight we will see who will be the better of the worst as we go underway here. But again, Peking and Platte, fresh to the stream, but not fresh to the community. We've definitely seen a lot of big faces. Burnt to Dust, one of our MVPs in the off-season tournaments. He got to perform very, very well. And Gambit with the crystal ball. Very, very welcoming sight to see. And very exciting to see the Swiss Conference, honestly, to come out of, Peking Platte versus Team Shock. I think it'll be definitely a great series so far.
We're going to see if Gambit's crystal ball works out for him tonight.
Hopefully. I mean, could be a unfortunate reading, but you never know. Crystal ball is always right regardless.
Absolutely.
So Gambit might be playing with a little bit of joy or a little bit of sadness. We shall never know until the end of the series. Lots of demos, though, coming out of Peking and Platte here. Gambit with the quick chat spam. Burnt with a solo play. Tractonics to interrupt there. Sky quick to the ball. In the air. Woodard to the corner. Burnt off the wall. Going to get denied by Purple Hill. Great bump here. Tractonics passes one, but not two. Woodard gets a great save. Tries to get a nice clear. Burnt following in his footsteps a little too closely, but will recover. As we got that 33-50 going on. Gambit last man back. And again, yeah, it just looks like both teams are feeling each other out right now. Nothing too spectacular going on here. Just seems like they're playing a lot of ping pong action. Just trying to feel out each other for their mistakes.
It's a lot of ping pong to try to kind of feel out their rotations. See how quickly they are to the ball. See if they double commit a lot. And then Track saw something. He saw a flaw and he took advantage of it.
It's always the vital point in the armor. Got to look out for is Tractonics. Getting a nice pass by Purple Hill. Perfectly centered, perfectly positioned. Tractonics will take the lead for Team Shock as we go 1-0 now with just over 3 minutes.
Still plenty of time. You may not have worked out all the kinks, so just keep playing your game, keep it slow, keep the pace, and carry on.
Off the back wall, Gambit with an unfortunate miss. Burnt also with a miss. Going to be double committing on that defense here as Purple Hill up to contest. Ball might just go in. Off the top post we go.
Post always wins.
Post is the most. Burnt with a solo play. Passing one, but not two. As Purple Hill going to get a nice touch on there. Bail his teammate out. Purple Hill actually going to get a demo, but will it matter? not necessarily a Sky. Getting a nice save. Burnt getting bumped out of the play as well. Now we moved on from the feeling each other out stage, and now we're just going all out aggression.
The demos are real.
Demos are coming out left and right. Purple Hill gonna try to swing around on that ball. Try to get it towards the corner a little bit more. Burnt slow playing it. Does pass one. Slightly passes Purple Hill, but Tractonics is there to bail out Team Shock. Woodard down to Burnt. Burnt unable to get a touch on it. Purple Hill does get knocked. Tractonics gets bumped. But the third man of Sky will be able to capitalize on that and get that ball cleared away. As Woodard, though, is not giving up on this play. Missing out on the touch, but Gambit with a shot on net. Nice little slow ball. Does keep the ball in the defensive half of Team Shock for now. But it looks like Team Shock have just found their way onto the counterattack.
Great defense from Team Shock. You know, Peking and Platts were just peppering the net trying to get that equalizer, and Shock was not phased.
Just wide. Could have been a disaster. Burnt. A little bit of miscommunication on defense with Gambit. Running out of boost there at an inopportune time. Great read from Woodard as Purple Hill just going to get a soft touch back into the corner. Burnt's already up. Off the wall we go. As Gambit trying to get a center on it. Doesn't get the greatest of touches. A little slow there, but does succeed in back passing to Woodard. Woodard now to Burnt. Great fake. Purple Hill is going to clear that ball. 1v1 right now. Does dodge the bump. But will get 50. Tractonics laying another bullet onto the net. Denied by both Woodard and Burnt. As another demo comes out. Gambit unprepared for that play. Does pass by Sky. Woodard, can he finish it? Burnt will.
Wow.
What an offensive play. Peking and Platt equalized with 12 seconds remaining. I thought Woodard almost had the solo play there, but Burnt was there to back him up, and no problems are spammed in the chat with just over 10 seconds remaining. We might have our second overtime in game one of our second series.
That was great positioning by Burnt to be there. It could have been dangerous if it went the other way, but it worked out in their favor that time.
Burnt gonna pop it up, and they're just not able to continue that ball. Overtime it is for the first game of the second series. Both teams eager to get that first win. Woodard passed one, not past Tractonics. As Purple Hill actually in the offensive half. I almost thought he was a defender there. Gambit with a nice save. Another shot on net as well. Team Shock peppering the net. It's their turn now. Purple Hill continuing their offensive drive. Big clear out of Woodard here. Solo play opportunity. Off the wall we go. Gambit caught up a little bit. Is able to rotate back in time. Burnt and Sky gonna meet in the air. Wood down to Burnt. Burnt's gonna slow the ball down. Can't really capitalize on that 1-2 play quite yet, but is going to keep fishing for that play. Burnt! Oh my gosh, what a cheeky 50. Burnt gonna take advantage of that. No problem indeed out of Peking and Platt. As I feel like they almost just stole that first game away.
They did. They did. Burnt came in hot. Got a great 50 to pinch it right into the net. Wow. You know, it looked like the momentum was not in their favor basically all game. And, you know, outside of the first about minute, Peking and Platt kind of just died off. And Burnt capitalized to take the win in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really big 50 out of Burnt to Dust there. I mean, definitely one thing we have to kind of highlight in this matchup is Burnt's aggression. I mean, Burnt is always ready to just take whatever 50 he can out on the pitch. You know, regardless of if he has boost or not, regardless of positioning, he's always willing to go for that aggressive 50. And, you know, luckily for Peking and Platt, you know, it paid off and they got that overtime goal. Now they're leading in the series 1-0 now.
You know, you talk about that. He throws himself at the ball. Even if it's a complete whiff, you get a slight hesitation out of the opponent, and that can make the world of difference for your team to get there, to set up a possession play.
Gambit, up and down we go. Beautiful in and out save by Purple Hill. Couldn't have drawn it up better. As the ball goes to Woodard, he's just going to stroll it down into the back of the net. Woodard with a slow-mo. Miscommunication on the back line there with Tractonics and Purple Hill, and they're just unable to capitalize on that far post shot by Woodard.
Yeah, they got caught in an awkward position, both being near post, and you shoot it behind them. There's not much they can do. Great shot by Woodard.
And it could be another one as Woodard trying to go off the backboard with a solo play. Burnt as well. Tractonics is going to stay on the backboard. Try to capitalize on anything. Woodard is already up. Burnt is last man back. As Sky passing Burnt. Slight ball, but Burnt's just going to clear it. Burnt to Woodard again. Beautiful duo here in this offensive half. Gambit going to be the third to tie it up. Woodard to the corner. Ball bounces back into dangerous territory. Tractonics and Purple Hill going to be a little bit miscommunication there. But Woodard is back. Just not in the right position. Sky, we have life for Team Shock. It is not over yet. You may have stolen game one, but we will try our darndest not to let that happen again, as Sky gets a really good far post shot to equalize the game.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Sky coming out of nowhere. He got up quick and was able to shoot it, exactly where he needed to keep from getting blocked by Pekin and Platt.
Woodard with a solo play of his own. Both players not particularly reading the bounce off of the back wall. Gambit, though, with a really solid 50. Trying to enable his teammate Burnt. Woodard is back and is going to go for that double touch. Off of the back wall, Tractonics with a great save, though. Back into the corner we go, beating one. Purple Hill just going to try to cross it. Burnt might beat Sky. So close. Just hit the corner. Was almost there, but they're going to try again. Woodard, in the best position possible there, is going to take his team to the next level. 2-1 now, as they are leading up against Team Shock in this game, too.
Something that's catching Shock off guard is when it gets into a corner, especially their corner, you see 2, even 3 people shoving that corner, trying to clear it, leaving the net wide open for Pekin and Platt to capitalize.
Very unfortunate indeed. The slow play definitely causing a lot of errors on the side of Team Shock here in this game, too. You got to be careful against a offensive rush like Pekin in Platt.
Yeah, they're just throwing everybody at the ball, seeing what happens, but still keeping great rotations. You see Woodard sitting about half field in case anything crazy happens. He's there for it.
Sky trying to lead the charge for his team, trying to get that ball out of their defensive half, but it will be denied by Burnt, and almost might be a goal. Purple Hill with a nice save, but holy smokes, they are peppering the net in this game, too.
If you're Shocked, you have to find a way to combat this aggression that you're seeing. And Woodard with a beautiful air roll right into the bottom right corner. Wow.
Sheesh, man. Get this man a montage. Woodard.
Wow.
Beautiful solo play. Hat trick for the day in this game at number 2. Doing a fantastic job for his team as the lead further increases for Pekin and Platt 3-1. And it could be 4 now with the fake. You can't trust Burnt. What a crazy fake off of the kickoff, beating Tractonics and beating Sky. Unfortunate, but ladies and gentlemen, get your bees out. We are on our way to a Brazil.
Great composure by Burnt to wait and see what the defender is going to do. He saw the defender was going high. He just dropped the ball right off his car and let it roll right in. Beautiful play by Burnt.
Fake master flex with another one to add to his montage. Tractonics with a chain dash. Holy smokes. I don't even know we were able to do that.
This guy.
This dude's mechanical genius right there. Don't worry, we saw that. Beautiful. Listen, man, you may be down 4-1, but if you can chain dash, that's respect.
Style points. That's what he's going for right now.
Nice pass to Sky, but denied by Gambit. That was a really nice offensive play. First offensive play, I think, in about 3 minutes coming out of this Team Shock here.
Shock has definitely been backed up against the wall, it seems, all game. They need to do something to add some offensive pressure.
Yeah, I just think Peking and Platt are doing such a great job of just maintaining possession of the ball. It's not even necessarily like being able to clear far or being able to pass. It's just their possession is just right now very superior to Shock's slow play right now on defense trying to get it out.
Well, you're seeing a lot of great possession plays, but then you're seeing also a lot of boost steals in Shock's back corner that is catching them on their heels, not giving them much of an opportunity to set up plays in their offensive half.
Woodard forcing to choose the wall there. Just going to try to clear the ball downfield. 30 seconds left. Purple Hill trying to get this ball out of their half, but the flies on the wall, being Woodard and Byrne, are just not letting that happen. This Byrne gets another demo just to make him feel even worse.
Woodard's just going to kill some time, try to run that clock out.
A little bit of mustard coming out of Peking in Platt. It looks like they're going to take their second game here, and if I'm Team Shock, I mean, you got to feel a little bit worried.
You do. You do. You know, you're playing against a team that came out from the get-go fast and super aggressive, demos everywhere, boost steals, peppering the net. For Team Shock, they just have to find a way to get the ball in offense. Good 50s on their side, good rotation, solid shooting. You got to really bring the full package at this point if you want a chance to pull off the reverse sweep.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Team Shock. I mean, their game one was stolen away from them, and game two, they just lost that momentum that they had in the beginning half of game number one. But it could be a swift 3-0. We are not sure, Goose, until that buzzer hits 0.
Yeah, I mean, this is not how I saw it playing out in my head. I'm very glad I didn't give my prediction. But, you know, Shock still has a chance. They have a full almost 5 minutes to bring it back, get their game plan settled down, get some offensive pressure, track with a great shot there, throwing it in the net, keeping them awkward is really what you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, Sky definitely playing way more fast and aggressive. Purple Hill definitely back into his comfort zone. You know, oftentimes that game number 2 was left to rot in that net by himself, and it was just not how Purple Hill plays. Beautiful 1-2. Can Woodard get back in time? No! What an offensive play by Purple Hill to Tractonics.
Beautiful pass by Purple Hill. Track in the perfect position. Beautiful air roll. Get it right off the corner and smack it into the net to take the 1-0 lead. The momentum's here. They're ready. They are not going to go out in a 3-0 sweep.
And that is what we like to see coming out of Team Shock. Those offensive plays that catch the defense off guard is exactly what Team Shock needed to get themselves back into the series. And here we are, 1-0 with just under 4 minutes to go. Sometimes
it is those unorthodox shots, you know, that you need to take like that. You know, going, oh my goodness, Track going right over the defender to take the 2-0 lead. They are feeling it right now. Wow. Unfortunately, there was a little fog in his crystal ball. Gambit just unable to get that save, and that lead steadily increases now to 2-0, but it looks like hopes are still high for Peking and Platt, and they are feeling good. Oh yeah, there's still plenty of time for these guys. Still almost, you know, you have 3.5 minutes left. There's still time. You know, Shock has to figure out how to hold this lead for the next little while. Yeah, you can have a couple cheeky plays, but you got to make sure you back it up with solid defense as well. Tractonics going to dump it into the corner for now. And again, looks like Team Shock are really trying to find these cherry-pick plays where Tractonics is downfield and Sky dunks it in. Beautiful 50, beating out the defender. And just like that, this game is heavily in Shock's favor. Wow, great shot by Sky. Get it right over Woodard. Throw it into the corner right off the post. 3-0. This is something to see. Yeah. Buckle up.
definitely signs of life coming out of Team Shock, which I'm very grateful for. I mean, this team, like we said, on paper, these guys are nasty out on the pitch. We've definitely seen them succeed before, so nothing but love and you know, congratulations that they're finally found some signs of life and they're doing fantastic for themselves. Beautiful 1-2, and this is looking all Shock for game at number 3.
Where is this in the last 2 games? Holy cow, what beautiful plays by these guys. Track with a beautiful pass, Sky being exactly where he needed to be. And you even saw Purple Hill still playing that solid third man. Exactly, you know, up right behind half field, waiting for something to happen so he could get his team back the ball.
Purple Hill as a third man has always been very solid on offense, but you never know what's going to happen on defense. I mean, on defense, Purple Hill, very good at breaking things up, putting it into the corner, but, you know, he's just not as comfortable on defense than his offense. His offense is where we really let him shine. That's where the spotlight goes on Purple Hill, is when he's setting up his teammates like Tractonics or Sky on these epic passing plays. But, you know, in these previous couple of games, we didn't really get to see that. But now, you know, Purple Hill is coming out into the spotlight, and there is now a reason Shock is 4-0 right now.
Absolutely. He looked a little nervous, a little shaky in games 1 and 2. Let a few slip past him, but he seems to have got it under control. And Sky with another beautiful shot. There was a demo in net, had the great power play. Woodard's out. It's a wide open net. Burton Gambit could not get back to save that one. Wow,
beautiful demo. Absolutely insane. I mean, whatever they switched up, props to him, because I have never seen a potential to lose in a 3-0 sweep and then all of a sudden come out and dominate the opposing team like this. It is absolutely incredible right now. 5-0 with still 90 seconds left. Unreal by Team Shock right now. But, you know, on the opposite end, Peking and Platt, you can't help but, you know, I know it's only one game, but you can't help but be a little bit nervous about how, you know, you're up 2-0 getting ready to sweep, and then, you know, they pull out 5 goals in a row on you. Definitely doesn't feel good.
Hey, you lose game 3, Sky out Woodard with the own goal. Sky's going to take it. 6-0. It's hard to come back and say 6-0 fluke. If it's by 1, you know, you can come back as Peking and Platts and say, all right, we messed something up. We gave up an easy goal that we should have defended. But 6-0, you look at that and say, holy crap, these guys came to play.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, these guys are shredding it right now on the potential road to virtually get a Brazil. I mean, can't say you're not excited. You're almost rooting for them to finish out that Brazil, but very, very troubling for Team Peking in Platt. But, you know, it is all good in terms of the vibes. I mean, very emotionally stable team for Peking in Platt. These guys have always had a very chill mindset, so, you know, nothing's really going to upset them too much, even a possible Brazil in a game that they went scoreless in.
Yeah, and knowing these players how they are, they're laughing right now. They're saying, well, what in the world just happened? You know, how do we go down 6-0, 7-0 from Sky? But you know what? We got another game. We'll just move on, brush it off, and play our game. But holy crap, 7-0.
Yeah, 7-0, not a score we see often, especially in playoffs. These guys are absolutely killing it out on the pitch. You know, I keep saying that time and time again, but listen, man, 7-0 is a very high number. Might even potentially be 8. I don't think there has ever been a game where they have scored 8 except for now.
Not now. What's Scott? Four goals this game? Man is on a mission.
Sky with 6 goals. That's a double hat trick for Sky.
Wow, dropping a solid 1,000. Absolutely phenomenal showing by Sky.
This guy is absolutely smurfing all over Peking and Platt right now. I mean, it might be making 9Moons history. I actually don't genuinely know. 6 goals scored by Sky. Epic gameplay in this game 3, and Team Shock are just going to go with it. 8-0 dominant showing for Team Shock there.
hey, it's hard to come back from if you're Peking and Platte. Like I said, losing by 1 or 2, you can call it a fluke. Even as the most level-headed person, losing 8-0, it hurts the soul. So I'm excited to see how they come out in Game 4. Settle down, see if they're able to carry whatever momentum they had in Games 1 and 2 into Game 4. Try to delete Game 3 out of their memory.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what's going to happen. I mean, will the momentum shift be enough for Peking and Platte to not be able to complete the series in this Game 4, or will it just be so much that Team Shock just finish it out and complete the reverse sweep? So far, Tractonics has proved me right on the ladder.
They are carrying the momentum with them. Well, they what, 20 goals in the series? Seems that way.
Dude, I don't know if I can handle that, dude. 20 goals in a single series? Are you kidding me?
That'd be a showing, absolutely.
That would be insane. But I mean, again, if you're Peking and Platte, like, you just got to be careful that you don't let this momentum get to their heads, because right now they are popping off with flying colors, specifically Sky. I mean, the man had 6 goals. It's just insane.
Unheard.
Ceiling play from Woodard is going to get broken up by Purple Hill. Tractonics with a double jump. He's trying to buy his teammates some time. Gambit with a whiff. Coast to coast we go. That's going to beat 2 as that goal just opened Purple Hill. Luckily, it went just wide. Purple Hill going to stall out for the corner boost there, but could have been disastrous for Team Shock there.
Yeah, that equalizer, that's what they need. They need something to work out in their favor to say, we got this.
I mean, all it takes is one game for Peking and Platte to move on the winner's side, but it looks like Burnt going to equalize here.
Burnt just taking the little cheeky little ceiling, or I guess, what is that? Your roof. That's what that thing's called. A little roof shot underneath everybody. Everybody thought it was going to go a little higher than that, and he just rolled it right in there.
Yeah, great placement by Burnt to Dust. You never really think Burnt to Dust is, the ace striker, but, he can aim when he needs. Oh my gosh, what a play! This is what I mean by throwing it in the mixer works, man. Because there's just nothing but chaos here. And Woodard just decides to just send it and gets rewarded for his efforts. 2-1 now. And now we're talking 3 minutes and 42 seconds could be the last of the Swiss. At least the winning side of the Swiss for Team Shock.
It's always so dangerous to get in those giant gaggles in front of your net. You have all 3 of your guys. Someone comes in pounding. It's going one way. It's going to your net or the other net. Plain and simple.
Burnt to Dust. The nice clear, but fortunately nobody on his team was there. Bad bounce for Peking and Platte. Burnt is going to get back on time.
There's Burnt just coming out of nowhere again.
Yeah, I mean, Burnt really is the all-around player. Going to be demoing you when he can, trying to set up plays, passes, and goals all by himself if he needs. Luckily, he's got some solid teammates there as Woodard. Receives the back pass, up the wall we go. Purple Hill getting the deny. Woodard trying to go for the bump, just not enough, though. Tractonics with a great save. He's going to bail Team Shock out on defense there.
Seen a whole lot of Sky this game. Maybe he got worn out in the last game. He needs to get back into form and carry his team to another 6-goal lead.
Yeah, I mean, with such a stellar performance last game, you can't help but think, like, how's that momentum going to affect you as a player? Will you burn yourself out, or, will you just try to keep making these plays? But, you can have an amazing game where you just go off, 6 goals for your own self. But, with the flip side, it's like, the opposing team could just reset and, just try to fix their mistakes from what went on that game. So it's very hard to be consistently great in this wonderful game of Rocket League.
And you look at Peking and Platte saying, all right, keep the ball away from Sky at all costs. That's where that 6 goals could have hurt them, saying, That's the guy we have to worry about. That's the man who's going to make us lose game 4. And if we can keep the ball away from his car, we've got a chance.
Big fake. Purple Hill actually no boost, so if they're able to clear this ball out, Purple Hill is going to be in a little bit of trouble on the retreat here. Burnt to dust with a shot of his own. Try to get the dish. Very tight angle, but unfortunately does not capitalize there. And again, one goal can make it or break it for both teams as Burnt to dust. Pepper in the backboard a little bit, taking a page out of Atlas's book. Gambit once again leading the charge. On offense, rule 2 out of the left side. Woodard to Burnt. Double commit on offense. Gambit's got to be careful. He's the sole defender. Can Sky dunk it before Gambit can get back?
Oh my.
It is not enough. Sky is too dang big. Ties up the game with just under a minute to go.
Guy just carrying the ball all the way downfield. Doesn't need any help. Been in the gym a lot lately. Just pushing that ball through Gambit.
Yeah, gonna have to bust out the hiking backpack because he is carrying his team right now. Tractonics and Purple Hill trying their best. I mean, the game is tied, so definitely a possibility of a comeback here. It could be another overtime. Not sure. We got 30 seconds to find out.
They won a game 5 more than anything at this point, and they're fighting and scrapping for it.
That's all you can do when you're on the losing side of a series. Is just keep going, trust your instincts, trust your knowledge of the game, and trust your teammates. As Woodard out of boost. Getting an unfortunate touch there. Woodard again, not much boost. The third man!
Oh my goodness.
Sky, perfect positioning, being right where he needed to be. And this could be a game 5, Goose.
9 seconds left. Hey, kickoff goals happen. But man, would I love to see a game 5. Well, maybe in the other favor. Who knows?
Clock ticking down. This could be it. Purple Hill with a slight tap. Are they ready for it? The ball gets dunked. What a body block. Team Shock now going to return the favor and steal game 4 away. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a game 5. Team Shock taking the latter 2 and peaking in Platte with the first 2-0. But, I mean, hey, it's a best of 1 now, Goose. Anything can happen.
That's it. You mentally reset if you're both teams. Maybe not Team Shock. Maybe you say, this is exactly what we've been needing to do all series. But if you're peaking in Platte, you take a full mental reset at this point. Say, one game. That's all that matters. Forget everything that's happened the past 2 games. 1 game, and we're on.
And Blinksy is correct. Thank you, Blinksy, for that statement. It is always a game 5 when Gambit is involved. Always. Tractonics going to start off with an aggressive demo off of the kickoff, but man, our best of 5 is just so exciting when they get to a game 5, man. It's like you don't know what to expect. Any team could win because both teams already won 2. It's so electric.
Yeah, there's no lopsided victories in game 5s. It's just, like you said, both teams deserve to be there because they proved themselves to be worthy of at least 2 wins in a game in a best of 5 series.
Purple Hill trying to move the chains, going to get denied. Sky trying to go coast to coast. Doesn't have too much boost to work with, so going to go for that safe option there. Woodard passing over Purple Hill. Tractonics is there. Plenty of time and space for the player. Tractonics, it's just an open net. Burnt, where are you going? That ball is in the back of your net.
Burnt got a little caught off guard there. He looked like he was ready to rotate out, but Trax had the full possession there. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, unfortunate miscommunication there. Big Woodard, though, looking to equalize very quickly. Double commit on defense, but Sky is going to take that ball before Woodard can get it from him. Purple Hill is going to try to go for that double tap play. Slows the ball down a little bit towards the midfield. But again, that double commit on defense could prove to be disastrous for Team Shock there, but not quite yet. As Gambit unable to get that touch on defense, Burnt's going to call him off. And again, the ball's rolling coast to coast. Got to be careful for peaking in Platte. Double tap coming out of Woodard. Burnt with the passing play back to his team captain. Great touch by Sky, intercepted by Gambit. Tractonics doesn't get the touch he wants, but it can set up a great play by Woodard. Is going to get past one, but not past two here. Sky, again, another great defensive play, getting that ball out of danger. But Gambit going to start a power play. Does get a demo onto Tractonics. Sky, the sole defender. Tractonics respawning, coming out of heaven for that save. Bailing out his teammate, but Woodard with the dunk. This could be it. Sky again up in the air. Peking and Platt unable to capitalize on that offensive play, but they are not giving up yet.
You know, it seems roles have been reversed a little bit. Peking and Platt's composure seems to be kind of falling apart, while Shock has been getting it together with their rotations and being where they need to be in the passing plays. I'm wondering if nerves are getting to him of Game 5.
Nerves could be a definite factor, but it does not look it for team captain Woodard. Getting a lot of solo plays, a lot of beats downfield. As Burnt does get beat in the 50. And plenty of time for Gambit. Gonna opt for that 50 up the wall. Only a little bit of boost. Just trying to fake out his opponent, but Purple Hill just gonna take it to himself. As Sky gonna be that 1-2. Beautiful angle, just not enough. A little too wide for that shot. But again, 1-0. Shock is leading. Burnt with a great shot on net. Tractonics gonna start a power play for his team. Burnt has to retreat, needs that boost. So desperately barred down. Huge save by Gambit. That could have been over. It looks like Woodard is going to try to get it. Oh, just wide as well. That ball barely missing the back of Peking and Platt's net as Woodard trying desperately to get that ball downfield.
Coach wants the game to stay close.
Oh, this game at 5, I am sweating, Goose. So back and forth, these teams.
Beautiful shots from both teams, too. Anything could fall at any second.
Gambit leading the charge. Tractonics going to stall it. Go for the slow play. Knows that he can play for time. They are up by 1. Beautiful pinch, though. Woodard is up for the ball. Gets a nice touch as well. Nobody's able to get it. Burnt gonna miss the ball as well. Gonna opt for that back pass, but nobody's there. They have to be prepped on defense. They cannot let another goal go. As Woodard not gonna get the touch he needs. This is a losing 50 for Peking and Platt. Gambit. Ball is now centered. Woodard gonna pass it off to Burnt. Gets a nice flick off of the backboard. Oh, nobody can get it. Woodard, the last man back. Can he turn back in time? Yes, but not before Sky can get a great dunk to set up his teammate. Purple Hill. It's just wide. Will the third man of Tractonics go for it? Yes, he will, but Sky was just respawning after being demoed. 10 seconds left. This is looking like in favor of Team Shock. Purple Hill unable to get it. Sky off the wall. 1 second remains for Peking and Platt. Can they turn it? Ball goes just high. Sky in the air. And that's looking like it's it. Gambit keeping it up out of the desperation. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for Peking and Platt this series. Shock will get the better record in the Swiss. But my goodness, what a Game 5.
What a reverse sweep by Shock to pull their mental together, come back, start the reverse sweep with an 8-0 victory to carry that momentum through Game 4 and Game 5. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to be careful about that. I mean, it's very, very unfortunate that you lose a game 8-0 after you're up in the series 2-0, but I mean, it's what a way to go out. I mean, these guys just absolutely killed it out on the pitch tonight. I mean, great comeback, great mental reset. These guys killed it. And is going to complete the reverse sweep and Shock take the 1-0 in the Swiss.
Yeah. I mean, outside of Game 3, you saw great play by both teams. You can't knock the Platt for anything that happened tonight. You know, yeah, you lost in the Game 5, but you made it to Game 5. So there's nothing to bow out about. It's been great.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure Peking and Ply had a lot of fun. They had a lot of great plays as well.
Yeah.
But just unfortunately, Team Shock is going to take the win this time. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you so much for tuning in for 2 amazing series of Rocket League. We will be back next week. But before we leave, we are going to raid Dale Duo, so make sure you show her some 9Moons love and support from the 9Moons community. And as always, friends, we will see you next week.
Goodbye.